job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
Yellow, yellow.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yellow.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Yellow.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Oh, big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Inside give to Dickerson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing.
Here we go,
you throw
here we
that
go.
jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again. Then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Back to Dickerson here on 2nd down. Able to slither by. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Eric Dickerson scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's...
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 20. All right, your challenge awaits. Can you fulfill that solo challenge? Time to find out. It is indeed the solo challenge, and it's Madden Ultimate Team time.
Dig down deep.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
Nickel. Hey, yellow.
Cousins looking to put it up right away. Open man is Andre Reed, complete. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Good route here.
Cousins. He's got his man Sharp, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
First.
Cousins now.
I got you, boy.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, steamer.
To throw is Cousins.
You ain't doing
Got a
nothing
man
today.
right side. It's Sharp. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Two. What's that?
On play action, Cousins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Black. What's that?
They'll throw again. Cousins.
Got you, boy.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 3.
Trap 60. Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Vick. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Touchdown, Washington. Travis Kelsey, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Zebra, zebra, zebra. What's that?
Third and short yardage, Cousins. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And running with power here. And the Commanders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Here we go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on it. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Seahawks are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Nickel, nickel.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case,
and the third interception thrown by Cousins. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30.
Ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The multiple-time Pro Bowler Eric Berry, the one who came charging up to make the stop.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
79 Broncos.
On third down, Vic. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On fourth down, here's Pat McAfee to kick it away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Gets around him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Check out.
Vic operating on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Roll, roll, roll. Ready?
Here's Eric Dickerson. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running it with Dickerson. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Ready.
Vic going to run the sneak, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Got you, boy.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half.
And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. Koo knocks this one through the posts, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And the fair catch signaled 4 and 10. Charles Davis, as always. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
Go, Chad!
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Let's go now.
And they start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Again, it's Johnson. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
18 Cardinal. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
To throw is Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Ready,
after the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Go.
Jackson.
You ain't going nowhere.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, a run for Johnson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go.
Second down and 4.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Play action. Now Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Reed. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
Really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 27. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Okay,
so
ready?
Play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Now they go for it on fourth down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ready.
This is Eric Dickerson, 4-time rushing champ. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Vick. Short throw complete to Gronkowski.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Well, the Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Vick readies to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Let's go.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
Ready.
They will indeed go for it. Vick, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You want some explanations.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Dumping it off for Johnson. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
19, Tiger.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moss. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Here we go.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson. That one behind his man, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it. But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the shutout, at least for now, still intact. Great job by the defense after last time this crew was out here. Remember, they gambled in their own territory, didn't get it. But the defense held, gave up no points.
And, Brandon, sometimes it all just comes together, and I think the head coach senses it today. His defense, they're absolutely on fire. It doesn't matter where the ball is on the field. When that defense trots out there, no one's moving it, no one's scoring, and he's playing to it right now.
Well, that group's chasing a shutout. Teammates here on the offensive side going to try to provide a touchdown and gain the momentum even more on this series. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Check smash. Check smash.
They'll run now with Dickerson. Touchdown, Washington. Eric Dickerson, 35 yards. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So after a scoreless first quarter, our first score of the game here in quarter number 2.
And it comes on a great run too, Brandon, because once he got past that first wave, how about how he kicked it into high gear, able to outrace defenders all the way to the end zone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
You ain't going nowhere.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Come on.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
It's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Ready.
Play action. It's Jackson. Completing it to the right side. Johnson escapes the defender. And he's going to be brought down right there. So nothing after the catch as he's dropped at the 42. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
On the check.
Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
On second down, Johnson. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and they've got a ways to go now on third down. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Trap 60.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
7 Pirates. Ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Now this aired out deep for Reed. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Buffalo 18.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Short throw complete to Gronkowski. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Here's Michael Vick. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Ready.
On third down, Vic out of the gun. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Here we go. 79 Broncos. Rattler.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down.
Okay, break.
It'll be Vic once more. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll leave him with a third and just a yard.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Vic with the incompletion there on third down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Let's
it
go
would be
now.
a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it. And some strong running. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Eric Dickerson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
I got you, boy. I got
From
you,
a yard
boy.
or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
On the ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
70 Ranger.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Come on. Set. Panther 11. Ready.
Now it's Jackson. That's going to be caught by Moss. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Ready.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
60 Maverick. 19 Lion. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Jackson now. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws.
Ready.
Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Third and goal, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Check up.
Vick will look to throw on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And here, you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough.
70 Lion. Ready.
Now they go play action with Howell. Touchdown! Rob Gronkowski from 17 yards out. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Koo now for the point after. And it is now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Ready.
Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
Let's go. Ready, right?
Now it's Jackson. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Jackson will throw again. Throw left side is complete to Reed. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
70 Timberwolves. Buffalo 18.
Now Jackson on second down. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Commanders. Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Here we go, here we go. Check go.
They run it with a Hall of Famer, Eric Dickerson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
79 Broncos. Ready.
Vic now. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick six, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Hey, we're good.
3rd and 12.
Hey, can't.
Here's Cousins. Dancing to his left. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
I'm all over you.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an...
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
All right, I knew I forgot to ask a question when we sat with the coaches about just how aggressive will you be bringing a ball out of the end zone and what's the green light for your returner. In this case, it should have been a red light. Should have stayed in the end zone. Terrible field position to start this drive.
Ready up. Rig it. Unlock line.
Toss play. This is Eric Dickerson. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Let's go.
Dickerson trying the right side. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
It was just third down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just the third play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Come on,
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 5.
Ready, ready.
Now a give left side, it's Dickerson.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Flush to his right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Warrior 70.
Fourth down, Vic. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
70 Lions. Dragon 60. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Vic operating on first down. And this one too low. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10.
70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Complete here to Jordan Reed. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
First down, Vic. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mike Evans from 17 yards out. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this is fielded just short of the goal line, but the fair catch means this drive will begin at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Ready.
Vic to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Viking 18. Check. Ready.
Gonna give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 30. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Michael Vick getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Cowboy 80. Cougar 19.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
19 Lion.
From the gun, Vic. Now he's forced out left. Vic loses the football. It's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
19 tight.
On 3rd down, Vic. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we
So
go.
from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
18 Cardinal. Ready?
Now a quick throw to Moss.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Go.
On play action, Vic. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They
70
take over here
Timberwolves.
following the
60
interception. That's the good news.
Bobcats.
Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here.
Mike Evans, he's going to go.
Down the right sideline, inside the 20, Mike Evans. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
18, Pioneer. Ready.
Now here's Vic. Rolling to his left.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So here's Vic following the interception.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Vick, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Here we go, shot.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession,
7 Pirates.
but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On the set.
Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10.
Check go.
They'll set up a throw. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Ready.
The carry for Dickerson. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Bronco. Go.
A first down throw coming for Vic. Throw left side, complete to Moss.
Hurry, hurry.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Bronco 80. Alert! Alert! Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Hut.
Dickerson on the handoff. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Set up.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ready?
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Ready.
Throwing, Vic. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Ready, ready.
Now Vic on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They can.